So we're gonna replace the starter on this BMW, and it's not easy. It's not like a Toyota. Toyota's very simple. The starter is down inside of there. So we gotta take this off. We gotta take this off. We gotta take this off. We gotta take all of this off here. Then we can pull that back and get to the starter. So all that's gonna come off first. Okay, now we got that stuff off of there. I'm not gonna take that completely out. We got the starter back in there. So that's the starter there. So I'll have to pull out the bolts and get to the other bolt back here. And normally you gotta take the battery terminal off, but I don't like to disconnect battery terminals. It's just too much trouble. I don't like to do it. So I take a glove and I stick it over the hot wire so it doesn't touch anything. That's what I always do. So now I gotta pull that out of there. Now we got the starter out of there. That's the hole back there. That's where it came out of. And this is the old one. BMW starter. This is the new one. Bosch. I don't normally buy expensive starters. I buy the cheap ones. But Toyota's real easy. It's a couple of bolts is right up in front. You take it off. If it dies after a couple of years, who cares? But I figure this is $100 more than a regular starter. I figure I don't want to have to do this again, so I get the good one. And we got these brand new bolts for the starter. These are aluminum. They're very light. And they said, "Oh, you gotta buy new bolts. You can't reuse them." But I always reuse head bolts, but they're steel. I always reuse them. Whole bunch of cars, never had a problem. But since I don't know aluminum, I don't know BMW, I paid $12 for those. But the old ones, ain't nothing wrong with them. Nothing wrong at all. I could have reused these easily, but I didn't know. Okay, so I got new bolts for it. Okay, brand new starters in there. But now, you gotta take out these O-rings here on each one of these and replace them. I don't want those to leak. I mean, probably would be okay, but since the car is so old, I bought new ones. So I'll replace those. Stick everything back on. Okay, all done. Everything put back with the new starter.